Well. Oh goodness. Everything's so dark. Turn on the lights. The lights. Too much light. Oh. Hi everybody. How are you? I just missed the vibe of Nibelheim's rebuilding being a big Shinra op. Yeah, I talked about that a lot yesterday. It is a vibe thing. Like, the vibe is just better. It makes sense to do what they did. I think it delivers on the messaging, and they sort of like the mental health messaging, like the way we treat our sick, everything. It gives a lot of context. But Asmongold says he plans on playing Rebirth soon. That's scary. Fuck. Can he not? It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Mop of the Torning to you too, Drumjod. Okay, so just while people get in here. One, how's everybody doing? I hope good. For people that missed yesterday's stream, I voted on all the Game Awards stuff yesterday, and talked about the travesty of Elden Ring being nominated. You know, and I want to make it clear, Elden Ring isn't going to win any awards. I'm not saying that that's what's happening. It's not. I mean, and I kind of feel like it being nominated in Game of the Year, one, does a disservice to like categorization in general of gaming. Like, just having it de-incentivizes all sorts of growth, new studios, new IPs, and allows like juggernauts like FromSoft, which is now getting Bandai Namco, which seems to be giving up FromSoft to Sony. It looks like Sony's probably going to own FromSoft very shortly. Like, being able to just release seasonal content and get nominated for Game of the Year is silly. Obviously. But also, like, Erdtree doesn't have a chance of winning, but it would have won ongoing. And it would have gotten the, you know, kind of recognition that it deserves. There are a lot of reasons why I think it's fair to say that, like, you know, you have to own a game before you can play it. You have to have, like, played for 15 to 20 hours conservatively before you could get to Shadow of the Erdtree. But moreover, I think part of the reason it's so revered is because it's DLC. And I think that's something I'm not hearing a lot of people talking about, is that the reason that I think Erdtree was so good and one of my favorite experiences of the year is I was like, damn, this is incredible for DLC. You know? Tears of the Kingdom was a more substantive increase in, like, volume, scale, and mechanics than Breath of the Wild. But its primary criticism was that it's just like standalone Breath of the Wild DLC that happens to be longer. If Erdtree were a standalone sequel, it would have just been a shorter version of Elden Ring that was not as good and with a smaller lore pool. Like, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. It would not have a 94 or 5 on Metacritic. It would have a 80 on Metacritic. And nobody would even consider it Game of the Year material. They would consider it a disappointing sequel. Right? That's the way that the game would have been received. And the way that it would have been in the conversation about Game of the Year. And so that's my biggest issue with Elden Ring being nominated, is because it is being nominated based on its value to the Elden Ring game that you already have to have owned, not as a standalone title. So the nomination, while I think is ridiculous because of the spot it took, I think does a disservice to both Elden Ring and the Game Awards. Because now, Shadow of the Erdtree is likely not going to win any awards when it could have won Best Ongoing or Best DLC. And it's taking spots from games that deserve it more. I think Stellar Blade was massively shafted as a game. I think it was a really good game, very ambitious and new IP. There's a lot of reasons Stellar Blade could have been. Silent Hill 2 even. My own issues with that game aside, is I think more deserving of the spot. Like a Dragon was more deserving of the spot. Fucking Animal Well was more deserving of the spot. That's my opinion. Replace Erdtree with Silent Hill or Stellar Blade. And also, I've never really seen Jeff get this kind of pushback on anything. Ever. It is 98% of all commentary reply to everything he says, even on unrelated comments. Now, if he says stuff, people are like, why is DLC there? I'm too old for games. Is that right, Gay Raven? Let's put user in timeout for 24. We'll see you in a bit. All right. That was fun. I also, Nice Guy Prince is saying people really underrate how much Game of the Year as an award matters. It is watched by 118 million people. Just watch, not even the total number of people it influences. It might be 130 million this year. And so if it's a clown show, if it's a cartoon, if it feels like it's bought and sold, then there you go. It likely doesn't matter to anyone else, but for me, Rebirth is a time machine to my childhood. I mean, it matters. It matters to me, buddy. I'm glad you told me that. Welcome in, Solowski. I think a lot of us feel that way, There are some other upsets at the Game Awards. I really feel like Wukong being there also sends the wrong message, because I don't think anybody in like the real critical sphere liked that game. So that it felt like that's negotiating a little bit with a forced sales metric. And the sales metric behind Black Myth Wukong is really
activating combat mode.
Not an indicator of its quality, because there are political reasons that game sold as well as it did. Like, they gave you time off in China to play that game. Legitimately. Like, China. Can you, like, I want you to think about that. Time off in China. Right? Is there anything that stands out in Rebirth as poorly done, either gameplay, character, or storytelling-wise? The segment that we're about to play stands out in all three of those areas. And this is my game of the year, okay? Or John DeBomb. It's propaganda, yeah. And so, like, well, so welcome in, Vincent Valentine. You know, what I'll say is that, the Game Awards does have a global audience, regardless of the fact that it is an American show with a English focus, right? Like, none of the VAs are, we're not looking at, you know, VAs from any Japanese company or any Japanese VAs at all, even though the games were made in Japan. Like, best performance is going to English VAs, because this is still a American show. But that said, I'm not saying that it isn't a challenge to make a show that's this important to the world cater to the whole world as a whole more. I do think that to some degree that's true. But at the end of the day, what Jeff wanted to create and what makes the Game Awards function well is being the Oscars of gaming. Gene Park wrote an excellent article about how Jeff made that happen. And one of the things about it that makes it work that way is that only 10% of our vote matters. And I would say only 1% of Twitter knows that, because they all seem to think that their vote will, you know, determine victory or not. But the 90% is the jury, and the reason why it's important to have like a media literate jury is the same reason that the Academy of Arts and Sciences votes on Best Picture at the Oscars. You know, it's people that understand the art, that genuinely understand the art. And I know that sounds snooty, but it keeps the art form elevated. It keeps it forward. It keeps it pushing. So if that's his end goal, if that's like the purpose of the show, then how does some of these decisions peel that back? Is it reactionary because of the economy and the downturn in the industry? Is it a way to stay afloat? Is it reactionary to the future downturn in the video game economy that will likely be caused by tariffs? You know, it's hard to say what's going on in Jeff's mind here, or in the entire It's more than just Jeff, you know, like there's a whole group of people on the board. I don't really care about the awards myself, since I don't really care about the people that are voting, but I hope that it helps my favorite franchises and that KH4 is there. So, why it matters is it does bring games into the limelight. And Final Fantasy is far more niche than it used to be. Like, to us, that sounds insane. But go talk to 20-somethings and ask them if they know what the fuck Final Fantasy is. You know, you'd be surprised at how unlikely it is that they'll say, oh yeah. Even though, like, all of their favorite shit, all of the weeb shit is all influenced by Final Fantasy. You know, which was influenced by other shit. You know, I'm not saying that there isn't derivation as a through line to all things, but, you know, we're just in a different area. Mobile app for YouTube. My menu player keeps crashing if I try and listen to the stream while working on something else on my phone. I don't think I can help with that. I can't imagine anything on my end would be doing that. I could be wrong though. If anybody knows, feel free to help. Stormwind Trooper 5. I was the only 19-year-old at the Rebirth concert in London, and I really looked to try and find others my age in the crowd. Exactly. You know, like, they don't know, right? So, Game Awards gets people talking about it, and it does increase sales. Like, It Takes Two has sold 20 million copies. All right, and it was like at 3 million. It was actually like less than. It was like 2.5 million before the Game Awards. It won Best Game of the Year. It's at 20 million copies, and like selling 20 million of something is a really high goal in this economy, but if you don't think that that money would translate into a better quality part 3, you're fooling yourself. So yeah, it does matter. You know? Yeah, Nice Guy Prince talking to Roblox type kid. Middle school age. Had no idea what FF was. Yeah, only vaguely heard of it. But Persona, you bet he knows about it. Yeah. Kids know Persona. Yeah, it makes a big difference. TDA results will probably get published in more mainstream periodicals moving forward too. 130 million people will probably watch the Game Awards show. Attributing that to a game show, while it may have bumped initial numbers, isn't the only thing that boosted that game. I think the fact that it won was a catalyst for publications in like a bunch of widespread fields. Like, I know that It Takes Two is used clinically, you know, and it's often suggested by couples counselors now, and I think a part of that is visibility. So yeah, I don't think there's a direct correlation. I don't think it's an immediate 20 million copies, but it's opportunities to get this into the zeitgeist. And I mean, if it sold 5 more copies, that's a big deal. Like Rebirth winning is good for Kingdom Hearts too, The fact that, and honestly, this is good news either way for the fact that Square is the second most nominated publisher is a big deal. Like it's something, and it will have an impact. You just hold disdain for TGA, so you're biased. I mean, it's like TGA has always been kind of an absurd, not super absurd, but like a reductive reflection of where the industry is at. And so I find myself resenting the TGAs the most when I'm resenting the industry. And I'm having the best time when the industry is strong and creative. And 2020 was a good year, for, I mean, shit, 2018 was too. There are good years where I'm like, oh man, the TGA is awesome, Will we get more Hollywood celebs this year? We've really toned that down, the last couple of them. There's been way less celebrity. There's really nobody of interest at Summer Games Fest this year, So, I actually really like those. I mean, it was, as somebody that likes to go to them, it feels cool to go to those things and make it feel like a spectacle, I think the last good TGA I saw was when the one guy came on stage and talked about Remix Cost and Remind was announced, so 2019. Yeah, I mean, if you go into TGA, hoping for specific things and you don't get those things, I can imagine it's not going to be a fun experience. Like, why would it be? I think it's fun for, like, and it is a Herculean task to please everybody. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that, like, you'll get tons of people complaining, do less celebrities, but then the shows without celebrities are way less fun. Like, to most people, like they've always, every single one of them has been reviewed worse, even on Jeff's own polls, so it's like that thing, that those crazy things that he does generate industry and make it feel like gaming is at like the hotbed of art and media. Like it's really easy to take a single part of it and say like, that's cringe, or I don't like that, or that doesn't apply to my specific interests, so therefore it's bad. But trying to recognize its value, recognizing the value it has to the industry, and then think of all of your friends in the industry. Are their lives improved by some of these decisions? I think one of the best things you can do when you're looking at a big experience like that is say, who maximally benefits, and The answer's sadly very often just like, the people at the top, but there are things that really do drive the industry forward and make things fun. Like, crazily, Bill Clinton kid, as disappointed as Jeff Keighley was in that guy, that guy probably sold a lot of video games. That guy probably sold some Elden Ring copies. That guy is responsible for the best mod in Elden Ring, which is Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton as a playable character. So, I'm in a weird spot because, I'm going to the Game Awards. I'm excited to go to the Game Awards, but I do feel really kind of cheated, because, almost everybody that's going bought tickets before there was this sudden FAQ adjustment, that happened 3 days before, and now it feels like the awards show is something else, and the way that it views the industry is different than the sort of core goal. It feels much less like the Oscars for gaming, and it feels more like the fucking Golden Globes for gaming. He will return when some Shadow of the Erdtree inevitably takes Game of the Year. I think there's zero shot of Shadow of the Erdtree actually taking Game of the Year. I think that what? Sleep Easy? Did you just get here? Oh, you're on YouTube. You can just go back. Also, hi. It's okay, Sleep Easy. Welcome in. Okay, Firerock says, I think Jeff encapsulates everything wrong with the games industry. Wow. I think he's made some mistakes, but he's under pretty intense scrutiny. It's easy to make mistakes when you're in his position. And a lot of why I'm really disappointed in what he's doing is not because I'm upset with Jeff Keighley. Jeff Keighley, in a lot of ways, is one of my heroes. He's one of my favorite people. So, it does hurt a bit to see him kind of not listen to people. But yeah, I don't know. I think I think Jeff may have been one of the best things for the industry overall. I think what he's done is, he's done a tremendous amount for indie studios. He's let a lot of young, fresh ideas survive. He's got his own biases, so he does do things like push Kojima a little bit because Kojima's his friend, but also Kojima is somebody that has, despite their age, always pushed the medium, but the Erdtree thing is an absolute mistake, and I think had I not the respect I did for Jeff, it would hurt way less. I'd be like, oh, he's just a corporate shill, but as somebody that's really closely followed Jeff's life and career for a long time, it feels rough, He's run it as an advertisement event since the start. Yeah, and why do most people tune in to the Game Awards? It's because it's a great place to advertise games. And he does charge for those spots, but he usually gives free spots to certain indie studios, he'll usually do huge discounts, depending on your, on the economy of you. And he gets a lot of shit for that. Oh, that game looks boring. Why am I sitting through this game? Well, because, about 100 people put their heart and soul into it and can't afford regular marketing. So and he does call bad industry practices out sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes there's good and bad with that. With having advertisements, sure. It isn't. It's expensive to do anything ever, especially in Hollywood. But like the goal is still like legitimizing video games as an art in the same way that cinema is. And always being on the forefront of that. But we're kind of grinding on Jeff a little bit, but he's not the sole person that makes these decisions. For instance, he didn't actually nominate Black Myth Wukong, and I think Black Myth Wukong getting nominated feels like it has something to do with something else. They do have a new voting jury, and it's not too different, but you'll notice that the voting jury is a little bit more it's a little bit more international, and there are 4 votes in China now, and so you guarantee all 4 of them were like Black Myth Wukong, and so if there were even some low rankers on there, Black Myth nomination is a psyop. Yeah, definitely. No, I mean, so you can go to the voting jury site, take a look at the publications there, and if you look real close, you'll probably figure out who's going to win. And really, like, I love all of you, and my heart of hearts hopes that Rebirth wins, but I don't think it will. Now that I've looked at the updated voting jury, which the voting jury did, part of the reason the voting jury changed is because a lot of journalists, disappeared. They went out of business. There were a bunch of sort of top-down industry journalism changed a lot in this last year, for the worst, and a lot of parent companies, bought out magazines and publications and then just closed them, and just made them redundant. So everyone go vote and ask your friends to vote. Use a VPN Aragame Sensei. So this is the thing I keep trying to tell everybody. The audience, the online vote we do only counts for 10% of the vote. 90% is a static voting jury. So what I'll say is that, one, the only Black Myth is going to win the popular vote, because 10% of the vote is going to Black Myth, because we cannot compete with China. We just can't. It will get 20 million votes. So 10% is going to Black Myth. It's rigged. So I've spent like the last couple streams strongly defending that a jury should vote and not any other social engineering method. For the same reason, honestly, I think the vote that we get should be its own, like, should just go to the People's Choice Award. People's Choice will be one of the rapid fire awards calling it, because they're just like, yeah, let's just go. Oh, hello, Heather Lacey Covers. Welcome in. Yeah, I mean, if Wukong wins the rapid fire, wins the People's Choice Award, it might be FF8 Master C. You know, I honestly think that that's all that should. I mean, the vote participation, it feels fun to go do that on your own, but I don't know. I prefer the way that, you know, the Oscars does it. You know, I think that's how you legitimize art, is you use media literacy as a barrier for artistic integrity. And I think the reason that helps is because it eliminates tropiness. There's 3 phases, each 10%. So the 3 phases is the People's Choice only. There's not 3 phases for any of the other awards. Yeah. Origami Sensei. Astrobot will win, and I'll be sad even though it's a great game. Astrobot's such a good game, and I do think that I'll be happy if a platformer, or I mean, I'd be happy if Metaphor won. I'd be either way. I'm happy, right? Because you know what's, we kind of win just by having something that sort of challenges the mold of what's considered game of the year, you know. Which, you know, I think last year the same thing happened. I really think that Baldur's Gate 3 came out of nowhere and said, hey, you know, like, character action's great, but why aren't we doing as much as we can to move this forward? Did Remake get considered for Game of the Year in 2020? Yeah, but it was very clearly not going to win. That was an insane year. Went up against The Last of Us 2, which was just a better game. Like a more ambitious story, everything. It's really hard to beat first party games. I do know that. That's kind of a bummer. But I feel like FF7 is the only one that needs it because it's down bad in sales. Well, one, I don't think the sales are as bad as we think for FF7 Rebirth, but what I do think is that Square needs the recognition, because they've had all the Japanese studios actually kind of need it, except for first party. You know, like Capcom, all of them. Industry's bad. Yen is in a free fall. The tariffs are probably coming. But I do selfishly hope that Rebirth wins because it gets a boost, everything. 9, what do you think the odds are that Shadow of the Erdtree winning? Shadow of the Erdtree won't win at all. I think that odds are 0% 9. Also welcome in. 9 is a great content creator. Please follow him and check his stuff out. So what I think with Shadow of the Erdtree is the other element that I think is kind of a rough. What do I think is going to win? I don't think Shadow of the Erdtree is going to win. Probably, I think Astrobot, probably, because the vote is split. Is like people either like Astrobot or they like one of the RPGs, right? So having Metaphor and FF7R kind of splits the vote, you know, enough that they are not going to overcome Astrobot. And then, you know, there's like 4 votes for Wukong from the 4 Chinese jury members. Yeah, 7 to 10 million is the floor where SE wants to be. And yeah. I said the same thing about Trump. Oh, I've always said Trump was gonna. I really have not thought Trump was gonna lose. I think the reason I was so loud about the election is because it seemed like we were doomed, and I felt like I wanted to be able to sleep. But 9, back to your question. I don't think people actually. I don't think people are gonna actually earnestly nominate or vote for Shadow of the Erdtree for Game of the Year among the voting jury. I think it might get number 2 on the website because the people are stupid. But one of the other downsides to this that I've been talking about is that so now Shadow of the Erdtree, which is probably one of the best, if not the best DLC ever made, will not get any awards, right? If it were DLC in a DLC category, it would get appropriate recognition because as a DLC, it is a 95 Metacritic score. As a game, as a standalone experience, it is an inferior, smaller version of Elden Ring and would not even breach, probably be in the low 80s and would not even be in this conversation. It would be the most disappointing sequel of all time. It would be like saying Black Flag was a sequel to Assassin's Creed 4. You know, it's not. It was like a asset hash reuse with a smaller story, you know? Rebirth is geared more toward us weebs. People don't get it. Why is Sword so big? Why does this guy have a gun on? What the fuck? Okay, I actually think Metaphor is the weebier game. I'm tired of every sequel needing to be bigger than the last. Well, it shouldn't be smaller. You know, like... Best DLC I've ever played was Phantom Liberty. Full game worth of content. But that was Cyberpunk 2, it would be yes. Yeah, even Phantom Liberty, which I actually think is a better DLC than Shadow of the Erdtree. Shadow of the Erdtree is incredible. You know, I love Shadow of the Erdtree. Phantom Liberty is like, has its own like set of messages, lessons. Idris Elba is in. I mean, dude, like it's pretty. It adds an ending. It adds the best ending to the whole game. You know, like it's a better DLC than Erdtree was. You know, Mass Effect DLC, Mass Effect 3 DLC clears. I would rate. Let's see, Phantom Liberty number 1, probably number 2 is going to be Undead Nightmare for RDR1. And then number 3 would be Erdtree. Number 4 would be like legit intergrade or intermission. And then Mass Effect DLC I'd put maybe in like 7 or 8, because Future Redeemed is actually a good, yeah. And then Blood and Wine, yeah, it's up there too. Blood and Wine is really good. Old Hunters is the best from DLC. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely a good DLC. I think Erdtree is probably like a better DLC. I don't know, it's a quality over content thing. Iceborne too. That's another one. Yeah. Monster Hunter. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, look. There's like a real conversation to be had about like the quality of DLC, and there's like a real conversation about the quality of ongoing conversation, and you can critically review those things. Categorizing it right is really important though for discussing how the industry moves forward. Remind actually does deserve a shout out. Forbidden West DLC I thought had better storytelling than the main game. Low bar. I love Forbidden West, but Forbidden West is like, is because I like fighting dinosaurs in Zion National Park and Yosemite and Big Sur. But once you get to the story part, you're like, this is, I don't know, man. But I did like the Forbidden West story sequence. Yeah. Lost Judgment, I never played the DLC. I'll have to check it. Yeah, Dragon Age Inquisition had pretty good DLC. Okay, let's talk about Dragon Age. So one of the best things to come out of this is that Dragon Age Veilguard very clearly was not going to get any serious nominations for the Game Awards. And that was clear to anybody that actually understood how the Game Awards worked, right? However, anti-woke grifters do not know how anything works. So they were preemptively like jamming on Jeff, like Jeff's post being like, I bet Dragon Age Veilguard's gonna win everything because this is a scam. And everybody that was in the industry is like, no, it's not. You're dumb. Like, it had to be good. Like, look at the way that people are talking about this game. Like, woke people, like I'm a woke person, are like, this game's not good. It's not Game of the Year. So we're not gonna give it Game of the Year because it's not the Game of the Year. And so it got like virtually no nominations. And so all of the Grums and all of those people had to scramble to find new demons to slay. And the best that they could come up with is that, like, one, they were saying like, oh, I guess Game Awards got their act together finally, like, we're doing it, we're succeeding. But then they realized nobody cares or listens to that, and so they all switched to being upset about Stellar Blade not getting enough nominations, and assuming that it had something to do with like dress choices, and it doesn't. Like, one, they fixed most of those, and then two, like, the reason that Stellar Blade was just a little shy of being nominated is it wasn't released in the great communist nation of China. and buy them. And 2, it was a solid 87. All right. You are not woke, dude. Tolerant and woke are two indifferently kettles of fish. No, I'm going to stick with my definition of woke. Custard bustard. And, where it came from, its origins in hip-hop. And I'm not going to adopt the way that it's been weaponized by the right. Custard bustard. So, yeah, I'm woke. I believe in pronouns, all that stuff. So, if that's a barrier, I'm sorry, but you're getting what you're getting. Big old lefty right here. It got near skins, which is better than any award. That's fair. Yeah. I said this on NSP stream. Didn't need 2 big desserts. Yeah. Deserts is I think what you meant. There is some jank in Stellar Blade, and it's all the non-combat things, and I like, every part of me is like, what's so good about Stellar Blade is the combat, and that this studio is going to make a really good part 2. Stellar Blade 2 is going to be like Game of the Year potential. And I kind of feel the same about Black Myth Wukong. But I do think that where Black Myth Wukong will have to improve is like its level design much more than, because I don't think the combat can be iterated in a way that's very interesting. So I think what Wukong will need to do is like make all of the cool story elements and stuff like that much more immersive into the world. Have every level be like the last one, basically. Chapter 6. That's the only way you make Wukong, I think, like real Game of the Year potential. Stellar Blade, the combat is really good and can be iterated even more, but it also needs a story and a little bit more variety, and that's tough in a post-apocalyptic setting, but like environmental variety was a bummer. Aragami Sensei, the left Shinra, the right Avalanche or Wutai. I could not agree less with that, but yeah, I think the capitalistic oligarchy is not even remotely left. I mean, if you think there's less parallels to Shinra, to Elon Musk and Trump than there are, like, terrorist organizations, then I don't know how to help with the comparison game with you on that one. Yeah. So, yeah, somebody on YouTube. Yeah. The real politics is the friends we lost along the way. Yeah, and that is a bummer. Yeah, it's a bummer to lose friends. But I also, I've gained some good friends. And yeah, it's a tough balance. Elon Musk is so Barrett. I know. Elon Musk is so Barrett coded. Yeah, JK, obviously. Yeah, absolutely. Can't you hear the planet crying out in pain? All right. I do want to get into the video game a little bit, and I'm gonna run some ad breaks, and then I'll come back and then we'll actually play the worst part of chapter 11, which is the Kate says part. And I'm going to make it as user-friendly as possible. All right? Yeah, we can still be friends, Bio. I mean, look, you know, I think it's just something that we can talk about off stream. You can give me your reasons, and I'll listen. You know, but you know, despite how kind of negative I'm being on some things and certain people, I think those people really earned it. Like Elon Musk really earned it. I do like to try and be as charitable as possible to people in the industry, and I do think we're in the, you know, you and I, Bio, are in the industry at some level, even though you know, there may be other things, might be maybe not the main thing that you do or you consider yourself. We still are in the industry, and it's a good way for us to support each other, you know. So video games transcends politics or ideology. I mean, transcend is a weird way of putting that. I think everything is by nature political, and so I would say politics transcends everything, you know, and everything affects the way that we all live, you know, and that's why art is such a important tool in politics. Video games are art. Video games do influence ideologies, you know. That said, though, you know, sometimes the core goal that you have in anything, whether it be a policy, which is where we get politics, or you know, from an activity or leisure, has zero real messaging. You know, like Astrobot, for instance, is just a video game that's really good at being a video game. Balatro, the reason Balatro is nominated is it has no story, no voice acting, nothing, no messaging, just a really fun video game. You know, and those are things that are important to at a video game show to value and critique. So I agree, you know. So Trail of Blood was disappointing. Yeah, I still think Trail of Blood was disappointing. I feel like there's a lot less of those issues in Rebirth, like where you're like, oh man, they cut that out, except for the end sequence. But it feels like that's coming back. Feels like that's a different conversation. I don't think that was a censorship choice. A stylistic one. The Aerith Stabathon. Oh boy. Oh man. We talked for so long my PlayStation went to sleep. Okay. The only brutal part was one really brutal part was the end of intermission. Yeah. They cut the Zelmyra love scene. Oh, did they? Oh, that sucks. I bet that would have been so good. The what, Gene? Message retracted. Origami Sensei. Fair enough. I read it, but fair enough. And yeah, good luck. Yeah, I have. We got the pro. Um, the end of intermission was raw. More of that, please. Absolutely cleared the plate. Fall and base remake. Yeah, I agree there. Okay, let me just get caught up on messages. A lot of people messaged me. I wonder why. Okay, so a lot of people are asking if I'm okay. I am okay. All right, if I'm coming across too salty, um, I'm not trying to do that. I am okay. I'm just being honest, okay? And I think that's sometimes come across a little curt, but um I am disappointed with some things about the way that the Game Awards shook out. I think I've made my explanation on that clear. Regarding the concept of DLC being Game of the Year, I do want to say there is like this real weird line, okay? And I know that there's a gray area. Um, like, if, let's say, if Elden Ring came out, you could play it as a standalone game. You know, Erd Tree came out, play it as a standalone experience. Um, and it was longer and better than Elden Ring. Um, I do think that there's, you know, some room to say that here. You know, that hey, maybe it's Game of the Year material. But when something is as well regarded on the basis of its identity as a DLC, then you get into something much harder to navigate, right? So there is a gray area in between. And so, but the answer isn't to remove all boundaries of categorization. That is ridiculous. That's not what it is. You just get better at defining the language. And there is gray area. We're nowhere near that with Shadow of Erdtree. There is that there are extremes of what DLC should and shouldn't be considered game of the year. And Shadow of the Erdtree is very strongly at the extreme end of shouldn't. And I think that's why the response has been so fucking unanimous about it. Okay? It is unanimous. And this has nothing to do with me feeling like these are taking Rebirth votes away. They're not. Okay? If Rebirth is going to win, it's going to win. If it's not, it's going to have more to do with the fact that Astrobot is winning and that Metaphor took, you know, half of its votes or more than half of its votes. Metaphor is a really good game too, and it's not battling some of the weird social conventions that are the natural Final Fantasy bias. A lot of people resent Final Fantasy within the games industry, within journalists. They do, and people have, I think, worked to clear themselves of that. But there's a natural resentment, and Metaphor isn't going up against that. It's new, it's fresh. Um, it's like considered cool to like it, you know. What about directing? I really want Hamaguchi to win this award. Me too. I think I think we might see something like that where Hamaguchi wins best game direction, but game of the year goes to Astrobot or Metaphor. So it's gonna be a real weird year for winners. But I want it to be clear that my issues with Shadow of the Erdtree getting nominated are not related to that, you know. So Joshy Poo 25, welcome in. And Joshy Poo has made some points on this. He thinks it's okay. DLC is as a broad thing should be. And I'm not sure how much you just heard, but I actually do think that that there is some degree of truth, that there are some DLC where it's like a standalone enough experience that it should be, viewed on its own. Um, you know, but why do I think journos have a resentful bias against FF? I think Legacy kind of overstayed its welcome. It's too cool, like a cool kids thing, you know. Um, I don't want this one to win because they already won. Well, I don't think that's a good reason either. I think if Elden Ring 2 came out 2 years later and it was really good, it should win. you know, uh, but I think that the biggest issue is the one that I responded to you with it, which is that um, this is a DLC that is landlocked behind 20 hours of play and owning the base game, and the experience on its own is only like DLC of the year. It isn't game of the year material, right? Most of its novelty comes from the fact that you're playing it going, this is the best DLC I've ever played. I can't believe this is DLC. This is so good for a DLC. But if it were a sequel, it would be very disappointing. It would be like Tears of the Kingdom, um, but shorter than Breath of the Wild and with less interesting story. Like it's a really different kind of thing. And I do think there's a spectrum. There is a gray area like you talked about. But I think that there is definitely space for us to categorically say this DLC doesn't really belong in this category. And at the very far end of the spectrum that says that absolutely should not be, because all categories are man-made, everything is a social construct, all of these boundaries are arbitrary, there's always going to be gray or area. But where it gets to black, like the darkest black, is Shadow of the fucking Erdtree. Why do I think people voted for it? Actually don't know how nominees are chosen versus winning. Um, it's sort of the same voting jury, but I do feel like there is I think the board has more to say about who gets nominated, than the voting jury. Voting jury is I think technically an independent pool. Um, if Rebirth required remake to play it, it shouldn't be eligible. What do I think? Complete. Well, um, I kind of agree. I kind of agree with Night Sky Prince on this. I don't think there is a bias against FF at all. I think that a lot of FF stuff has just been very average. Stranger of Paradise, FF16. I was talking to all four of the Kind of Funny Games hosts at Summer Games Fest, and they all said, the hardest thing that I have to get over with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is that I just resent the shit out of Final Fantasy VII. They said that to my face. And I cannot tell you how many people have actually said that. So maybe not FF as a whole, but definitely Final Fantasy VII. So I don't know. I don't know why. Some people resent it because they feel like it takes away, like it's like a contrarianism thing, you know. And look, a lot of them are hipsters, you know. I'm kind of a hipster, and there's this thing that you have to kind of, like work against. Um, yeah. Some people just don't like how much attention FF7 gets. Yeah, and part of that is like some desire to have fresh art. But regarding starting with the issues with the board's voters, not the rules about DLC. Well, Joshy Poo, I do think I probably would not have bought tickets had the FAQ been changed the way that it was right before tickets went on sale. Instead, it was right before winners were announced. I do feel like that was disingenuous because I don't think that serves the industry well. And I also do think that it like I'm not saying that ongoing games can't get better, like you know um like if we were to nominate early access Larian games, for game of the year, but then uh nominate them again when the full version came out. Like I understand that that serves the industry well because it allows startups to build and supports the industry. But there's also this like seasonal concept issue. Like if Fortnite just popped out like $1 billion expansion every year and it could get nominated, I don't think that's good for the industry either. I don't think that's good for creativity. And uh, I think there's a quality versus quantity argument that you get into, and I think there might be like the Golden Globes type award shows for that, where things like sales and user score matters more than critics scores. So things like the golden joysticks, the Golden Globes of that kind of art critique. But soon as you get into the quote unquote Oscars of gaming, which is something that Jeff always pushed for Game Awards, then there is this barrier of media literacy and being mindful about the way the industry is shaped by decisions like that is less concrete and is more art focused and art centric. And I do think that there's something that's very like dispiriting about this change, last minute. And it does feel like false advertising to some degree to me. But I'm still going to go. But I just to try and give you an idea of what I'm thinking about this. Um, that's Ryan. Maybe the resentment is kind of earned. Some of the resentment is earned. for Final Fantasy as a whole. You know, that's fair. You know, I mean, the resentment is earned, but you hope that art critique can rise above that. But you're also aware that it can't. Humans are humans. We cannot get over biases. I have my own biases that I work really hard to get over. And I was relieved to hear those folks say that to me, because it made me feel like, okay, these are good critics. They're aware that they are humans and they have these human biases, you know. As soon as somebody gets out there and says, I'm an unbiased critic, I don't believe them, and they lose all artistic integrity to me, right? If somebody's actively saying, I have these biases, I'm working really hard to get over them. Resentment towards a brand should not impact my, my critique of it. Okay. I've gotten a little off topic here. So, man, if the PS5 went to sleep again because of my rant, oh god. It didn't. It didn't. Okay. So, I think I've fixed my desync completely. I finally found a fucking fix. And I didn't find it on Reddit. I didn't find it on OBS forums. I found it on the single greatest resource for fixing tech problems. Random, badly edited YouTube videos. I found it. So, oh yeah, okay. So be sure and let me know how this looks. And welcome in, guys. You started a brand new file for versatility mode. The reason I'm waiting on that, I almost did that just so I could re-experience the cutscenes associated with the relic quests and Gilgamesh and stuff like that. The reason I think I decided not to do that is the PC version. I'm just gonna do that on the PC version. Joshi Poo 25. What's gonna win Game of the Year? In my estimation, Astrobot will win. Shadow of the Erdtree will not win a single award. And that's unfair to Shadow of the Erdtree, because it deserves the award for best ongoing game. It is the best DLC I've played, this year. Easy. I think Phantom Liberty still might be my favorite DLC of all time. Okay, so we're playing as Cait Sith, and this was not the most popular section of the game for a couple of reasons. One, all of a sudden you're in control of a different character, and this area that was like this sort of dystopian, creepy gaslight has turned into something that feels more like Disney's attempt at horror, right? So tonally, it is just so different from what we wanted or expected. And I'm not against Goofy. I'm not against Cait Sith getting gameplay. But I feel like I would have rather stolen the Keystone controlling Kate Sith in the gold saucer, you know, stealing it from the party, and that be, you know, our introduction to him as a individual character, you know, and his gameplay mechanics.
Don't waste my time. Careful now. You're gonna love this one. Stop believing. This one's a showstopper. I'll admit me.
Because I like the voice acting. I like Kate Sith's character more in this than I like a lot of the changes they made. But for the actual, like,
Ready to begin. This one's a
you know. But this, and then also,
Hey, cat, how's it looking?
Do you still think you can get us out of here?
no. Okay, I'm gonna try touchpad mode, because it feels like there's no way this is good, right? I immediately switched to stick mode before. We're gonna do this.
Just you leave the problem solving to me, eh? You're in safe paws now.
Yeah, this is not fun. Audio seems echoey. Game audio specifically. Interesting. Okay. How about now? Yeah, peak box throwing, yeah. Oh man, this is... Did everybody just switch to the stick as soon as humanly possible? This is my first time actually trying pad throwing. It's astonishingly worse.
Here we go.
And catch!
Oh, I'm not
like
just
that.
a fortune teller.
Pad felt better for you? I switched to stick controls immediately. So, okay, it doesn't control that well either. That is one of the reasons why you're like, oh, this also has the added problem of not being super fun. That said, it's a pretty small portion of the game. It's really not worth like you know, calling this game an extreme failure over. You know, every game has weak parts. And if it doesn't, you know, then good for it. But I have plenty of problems with a lot of games, you know.
Error detected. Service suspended.
So near and yet so far.
You had so much fun on this part and got on Twitter. You know what? You win then. You win. Fuck them. Right? You have fun. Nobody can take that fun from you. Good. Okay, let's try the pad again. Oh, do I have to be up here? Okay, I forgot already. I may have tried to block this out. I'm not saying that I did. It's just that I absolutely fucking did. Oops, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that precision. Ah! It's so good. It's so good. Thank you, DualSense. You're so good, DualSense. You know, the problem is that it's probably because I'm not using a DualSense Edge. Or, I should probably use the anniversary controller. That's why I can't use the pad.
Inspection complete. Resuming operation.
Like, this music isn't even bad. Yeah, I am excited for the Vincent dungeon in part 3. Whatever that is. You literally bought the accessibility controller because of that vacuum? My hottest Rebirth take is that the vacuum was pretty satisfying to suck. Bro. That is a hydrogen bomb take. That is like, sir, you are on the surface of the fucking sun. I was dooming about that. I'm like, oh man, like, okay, legit. So I got to go to like the earliest possible preview for the game, and we got to play the Nibelheim flashback, right? We got to play that part, and playing playing that part, I asked, I'm like, is there more stuff like this in the game? And the dude was like, no, not really. There's like maybe one other time. And I'm like, thank fuck. He's like, yeah, I know. So I like legitimately panicked about that. What are we doing? Is this okay? I just came here, right? Okay, this is from where I came. All right, now we're going this way. All right, what am I doing? I'm throwing shit, right? Or did I come from there? I don't know what way is up. Okay. What am I doing? I think it did come this way. Fuck. Alright, whatever. See, I blocked this out. And I refuse to use mini-maps. Okay, good. I wish I could enable HDR. Oh no, I did go backwards, didn't I? Didn't I? Fuck. God damn it. Seventh Heaven was dirty AF. How many hours do I have in Power Wash Simulator? A lot. I don't know. I love... One of my favorite things is to play that on Steam Deck. Dude, I've played... I'll be in the bathtub playing that on Steam Deck. Just zoning the fuck out. I haven't picked it up in a while, though. Katesith is kind of a beast. His kitty wallop is no joke. That said, having to, if you don't know what you're doing, have like hard mode of this can be a little bit annoying. Like the yin yang will fuck your ass up. Also, you know, part of it is like this just feels like more of the same. Like it just feels like, okay, I thought we were done with this kind of dungeon because of Rebirth, you know? Or because we've already had so much of this in Remake. And there's also a huge egregious soul error that we'll talk about shortly. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah. To buffer the fall or whatever.
Talk about a hard landing.
Alright. Okay, let's do it. Alright, let's press the stick. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, I had to hit the thing. Oh, no. This section's so good. I don't know what Metaphor Twitter is talking about. I have seen some of that factionalization starting already. That's how I know both games are cooked. Is because I'm seeing a bunch of people with Rebirth profiles picking on Metaphor fans, and even more like Persona Atlas people picking on Rebirth, because they know they're in the same space, sadly, even though they're very different games. Wait. Wait, what's happening? See, this is the best mode. Like, don't let anything tell you otherwise. Alright.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. All in a day's work.
This should be pretty easy.
I'm not just a fortune teller.
And look, dork faces. I was so excited to see these, and we were robbed another big enemy. And I think you guys both know. You all know what it is.
Suck on this.
Fancy a wee game? This one's a shot.
We're done here.
Error detected in power generator. Lockdown protocol engaged. Insufficient Mako. Administer accelerant to red generator.
Okay. I didn't give Kate Sith any materia yet. Except for that cure. Yeah, I'm actually gonna give her just a copy of cure for right now. Then, because I'm not gonna use her much. And then for him, let's see, I have a loadout for, okay. You're gonna be Tifa now. Which means you need... Okay. You need... And the... We'll give you the enhanced Yggdrasil armament. Oh, Hades armament's better, huh? Let's do this first, okay. Because I don't like you enough. Okay, so let's set materia. You're Tifa now. Good job, Tifa. And then I'll make slight adjustments. Fuck up. No synergy support, but... What is the yin yang's deal? Okay, let me look. Gotta remember the elemental weaknesses of these weird fucking... These are the outside ones. Fire, okay. Adjudicator. I forgot. I think you're lightning though. Okay, let's try that. Oh, I need first strike. Do I have a better luck up? I do. Maybe instead of revival right now. Well, actually, instead of skill master, we'll do. What was the thing I was gonna do? First strike. It's purple. Once again, they low ball us first strike materials. I'll take Yuffie's for right now. She's got the Choco King Cape. That's fine. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. Alright, here we go. Okay, this is so good. This is the best part of the game, right?
Levels increasing. Additional accelerants required to meet operational standard.
All right, first try. Fuck you. Fuck you, box thing. Kobe. One random question. Does anyone know the idle animation and pause menu are unique or the same as the field ones? I think they're the same as the field ones. At least for Cloud, but I guess I haven't really checked beyond that. Boom.
Sufficient Mako levels confirmed.
Yeah.
Generator online. Lockdown protocol disengaged.
Let's go. Grr, I'm Sadri. Hey, welcome it. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just getting caught up on YouTube. Well, I hope they skip 11 and 14. Some games. Blah, blah, blah. Boo MMOs. MMOs suck. Why are they social as fuck? Fun dog. I mean, I don't know, man. Some MMOs are good.
Off you go!
And there you have it.
Sufficient Kobe levels confirmed. Thank you, Black Lion Guard. Where's the mountain? He was killed by the Hound, right? At the end of the worst season of television.
Go on!
Not gonna want to miss this! some pain! Here we go!
Get him!
Go for the throat!
Oh, you can get more Hades armlets? God damn it.
Let's dish out some pain!
I could probably benefit from another Hades armlet.
Something else.
Oh, but I gotta do special shit, right? Okay. Like you have to do the multicolored shenanigans. Okay, let's restore.
Insufficient power. Generator on standby.
Oh, sounds about right.
Switching ventilation.
It's the
system
right
to
before you
maintenance
fight
mode,
that tough
enabling
battle with
duct
the two
access.
scales enemies, says
Please
Kate Solo.
commence on-site inspection.
Oh, I should switch to
According to
magnify.
this, that generator's somewhere upstairs. Well, nothing else for it. Back
That's
into
right.
the air duct I go.
Sure you'll be okay?
Positive. I'll be in and out before you know it. Don't have too much fun without me.
I think I'm close to it. That section you're talking about.
Got to get the thing open first.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Try throwing a box at the
Cycling duct.
Why would I throw a box at it if I could just hit it? Ha! Okay, let's look at this area. So at least this area has like a unique aesthetic. You know, but other than that, like my big problem with all of Shinra Manor is how samey it looks. You know, it's like really, it's kind of uninteresting. Okay.
My future's looking bright. I'm going in. Now that's a wee stroke of luck. 5-star performance. Got to get the thing open first.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So I just came from there, right? Or did I come from there? Came from there. Okay, so let's go here. See where this goes. Second floor.
Whoa!
Okay, let's try it. Okay. Oh, hold on. Getting hella text messages. Did I screw something up? Okay. Okay, never mind. Okay, this pad aiming, I gotta say, it clears.
Cycling
I don't think I'll ever use a stick again. I say that now, but once I get to the part where you have to like destroy 10 of those boxes, is the Hades armlet here? Yes, okay, so you can get multiple Hades armlets. Hell yeah! Look at that! It's kind of a good... it's good. Fuck you, enhanced Yggdrasil. I'll just Hades armlet it. Look at that shit, yeah! Oh, I'm even missing a... Alright. What's going here now? Let's give you that revival. Oh, I already have revival. Let's... okay. What do you need? What do you need, little buddy? Let's assess, because I have not assessed these guys. I have, but then I die, and so... they are...
Yep.
okay.
Right where we want them. You're in for it now. Here's what you want. Fluffy, shall we? Don't stop believing. I'll make mincemeat of you. Playtime's over. I'll make mincemeat of you. Oh no!
Oh no.
I fear my luck's running out. Stand your ground.
Actually, you know what? I don't want to lose that much MP, so let's try that again. Okay. See, this is why I don't have them assessed.
Fancy the wee working. Kate Seth takes center stage. I'm going in. All together now. Now that's a wee stroke of luck. Whoopsie! Game over, pal. Here. We've got him now. It's payback time! How's this? That deserves a round of applause.
Alright. That was fun. Woohoo, indeed.
Elevator in service. Commence transfer
Why
of
is
cargo
14
onto
even?
loading bay to proceed.
Fundog, you're going off over there, huh?
Right then. A few boxes ought to do the trick. Now, let's see.
Wait, did I do the thing? I've got sidetracked. I got to do whatever it is I'm supposed to do up here. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, wait. More box puzzles. I think it's like 3, right? It's so good.
Error. Insufficient weight for elevator operation. Additional cargo required.
Almost.
Weight insufficient for operation. Additional cargo required.
Should I just not play MMOs? I don't know, maybe not. If you don't like them, I don't care. Do what you need to do. Brother? Oops. Oops. God damn it. Look. When you think of Nibelheim and the horrors of Professor Hojo, isn't this what you had in mind? When you're like, oh, I can't wait to go back to Nibelheim and check out the mansion and the cool safe. How are they gonna fit that monster in the safe? That was weird, right? I think you can break the boxes by throwing them at each other.
Sufficient cargo weight confirmed.
And it's
Commence
super fucking
transfer of
annoying if I
cargo from
recall.
loading bay to proceed.
But on the Pro, look how good Kate Sith looks.
There. Got it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Okay, I fucked up here.
What now?
Okay, we're almost through the worst part, right?
Stay back! I'm warning you! My future's looking bright, but I can't say the same for you. Here's what you've won! I'm doing it! Ow! You're in for it! Who's ready to big it? Right. Where there's smoke? Shall we? Keep on now. Ow! We still got some fight left. Coffee fits of fury. I'll make Vince beat you. Play time's right where we want them. That came here. Something.
Oh, man. Okay, I almost had him first try. I'm not going to change my life around now.
There. Got it. Huh? Eh? What now?
Yeah, I like seeing yin yang. And I like the animation stopping and the slowness that it does. I think that's cool.
What the hell? Come on! Now that's a wee stroke of luck. Playtime's over. Ow! Out with the frying pan! Triple time! Time for a wee pick-me-up! Ow! One hit! Here we go! Right! Come on! Still got some fight left! You're in for it! Oh no!
Fuck. Okay. I know I can cheese this battle with an elemental lightning. That's what I'll do, yeah. And then we'll do...
There. Got it! All together now! Here's what you've won! There! What the hell? You can do this! Ow! Ow! Oh no! That came keen!
Alright, we're good.
I'll scratch your eyes out! Getting warmer! You ready to rub it in? Yeah! You're in for it now! Pow! Soak it to him! I'll make mincemeat of you! Make it count now! Playtime's over! Now that's a wee stroke of luck!
Oh, I didn't finish him. Oops.
All together! Don't stop believing!
Alright. Got it.
Never again!
You okay?
All the better for a wee lie down. So then, onwards and upwards?
Mike is a rat. Hey, welcome in. Final Fantasy 18 will be an MMO, you think? I don't know, man. I still kind of think they should ditch the numbers, but people get big mad when I say that.
Elevator operations suspended for safety inspection. Please wait.
Oh yeah. This is it, guys. Oh man, this is so much worse. Oh my god. Ah! Ah! Incredible. Yes. Oh, it's not letting me. Okay. Incredible. All right. I'm okay. Oh, and you can't. You have to return to title screen? Oh, man. Okay. Okay, I am going to try this one more time. I am not going to switch to stick. Stick is cheating.
Elevator operations suspended for safety inspection. Please wait.
Oh no, I fucked that up. What? No. Oh, wow. Okay.
Inspection complete. Resuming operation.
With stick, it's so easy. With the pad, you like it'll sometimes just like glitch out and you're like, I am pressing it, you motherfucker. Okay. Here is the most soul-crushing part of the entire game to me. Okay. And remember the puzzle that you have to solve in both the OG and Crisis Core, where you get the safe code. Okay. I would have like, yes, it uses the same save code. But I would have preferred them use a different safe code and not have the safe code be this shit. Where it's just written behind crates. This is the most egregious part. Yeah, conveniently written in one spot on a wall with no puzzles to solve. Not in the creepy, like, fantasy noir, awesome Shinra Manor. But this. This was a fucking crime. Okay. Eggs, have you missed much? I mean, only about 2 hours and 22 minutes of stuff. You missed all, like, most of the worst part of the chapter, which is Kate Sith stuff. We're about to get to Vincent. But it was mostly me talking about the Game Awards more and getting angry and upsetting people by admitting that I am, in fact, a woke person. No. Although I did lose some viewers for that. That's okay. Fuck them. Okay. Remind me. Okay, so this guy, which is good monster design. I'm happy we got good monster design. Forgotten Specimen. Now, this was sad to me because quite frankly, I feel like Missing Number is a cooler name. Forgotten Specimen, it makes more sense though. But what a cool looking creature. And it actually has multiple variants, but this just shows the straight 50-50. But its model does change. But look how crazy its face looks. It's so cool. Also, the pro version of this is so much nicer. Like, not having the fucking super blurry Temple of the Ancients background. Okay. So, all right, how are we doing this? All right. Okay, remember to switch this back. And switch this back too. Okay. Time. And time magic. Time materia. Okay. Survival. Rare. Healing. Auto unique. Auto weapon ability and auto unique. And that's fine for now. Let's try it. All right. 3610. 5997. And it's not even like the directions. You had to get it. You had to do the directions too. And on the PC version, it was so hard to stop it right. It was actually hard to put in the password.
You again.
Now, no need for violence. I come in peace, and to abet your escape as well.
PSSR Lift-T is
Like how you
game
do.
changing.
Really, it's true. You're far more resilient than anticipated. And I concluded that, rather than allow you to run amok any longer, I ought to help you see yourselves out peacefully. The password is comprised of 4 two-digit numbers. I wrote them down in this very room, but where? Well then, no time to waste.
Oh no. It won't do it. Better check. Better check the password. I actually hadn't done that wrong before. Okay. We should check this. Do they they reset? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Okay. Alright. I should get that. It's probably just like a mega elixir or some shit, but I feel like it was a weapon before. Give me a potion. Still no items in hard mode, which is fine. I hate items. It feels right to not have items. The disk drive costs what? Oh, dude, that's crazy.
Better late than never, I suppose. Come in.
All right. So we open the safe and missing numbers in there. Like, okay, the safe being this large thing, I like that they made the room look like very Art Nouveau, you know, the safe room. And yeah, you need space to battle the guy. Okay. I would like some fights in the manor. You know, that was like with the stairs, you know, but they made it too small.
Oh, how forgetful of me. This area is off limits to any unauthorized personnel. It's where I've been keeping a rather unruly figure. And so, I'm afraid you'll have to dispose of it. Try not to die.
Oh, I forgot limit siphon.
Bring
Oh,
in the
well.
heat!
You're not gonna wanna miss this. Feel like taking
This
over?
is my turn! Ah! Yeah! Hope you don't mind, you're up!
I'll show you what I can do. This one's for you! Get him! Can you take over for
All
me?
right. Something's different about it. You're in for it now. Pow!
Let's do some roll of the dice.
Fancy a wee game?
Need my help, do you? Bring in the heat! This is getting us nowhere! Bring it home!
I'm coming! One more shot! Tagging out!
Leave it to me.
That's it!
Take the leg.
Got a whole heap of land!
Okay,
It make a dent!
it's your turn!
A bit run down, eh? Pots and pairs, eh? I hate to let you down.
Need my help, do you? I'm
Here
counting on
goes!
you!
Yoo-hoo! You've got this!
It's our time to shine. Right.
You got my back!
What's it do?
I'll take care of him! Huh? This one's for you!
Suck on this!
Everything's spinning. Sorry, but
We've got him on the ropes.
no need to be.
That deserves a wee round of applause.
Did I interrupt healing for Barrett? That's bullshit.
It's in pain.
This is new right.
I swear, when I get my hands on Ojo, you can handle
Here
this.
goes.
Never quit.
Go on.
Moment.
One more shot.
Thinking.
That's it.
All right. Playtime's over. You mind?
Guess it's my turn.
Like a stick of tea. It's my time to shine. Break a leg.
Need my help? You got this!
I'm coming! Tagging
I'll
out!
fight tooth and climb.
Yeah, I'll do it! You're up!
I'll take care of him.
Fight up!
It's your turn.
All
Ready?
right.
Let's
Oh,
go!
shall we? You're gonna love this one.
So now!
I'm going in. What does your future hold?
Trying, but I can't.
Oh no. Oof.
I feel a lot running out.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine.
I'll sit down.
Let's retrack. Oops. Oh well.
Kiss my
Does you must have an issue sometimes the energy material doesn't fire off at all when it's supposed to? Oh yeah.
You could have won. Pickle head. Coffee. Fury. Let's consult the dice. This one's a something's different about it.
Suck on this! My turn! This is getting us nowhere!
So it's my turn? Why don't you lead the
You're
way?
in for it now.
Keep it up.
All right, watch and learn. Eat that. No, didn't make a dent. Give them hell.
Here goes.
Got my back.
Of course I do.
This one's for you! You can do it!
It's my time to shine. Wait. Well, let me work. Let him have
Need my help, do you?
it now. Don't be shy.
This is getting us nowhere.
You're still doing
I'll
okay,
fight tooth and
right?
claw for you. A bit run down, eh?
Kiss my ass.
You mind?
Yeah, I'll do it. Bring it home.
I'll take care of them.
Oh, this is gonna burn.
One more shot! Cut! Huh? This one's for you! Can you take over
It's
for me?
my time to shine.
Here it comes! One more shot!
You're gonna love. Oh, whoops. Let's consult
Hey,
the
man.
dice. You like taking
Need
over?
my help, do you? Suck on this.
Get him!
You're
Cut!
going down.
That's it!
That deserves a wee round of applause.
It's in pain.
This is new out.
I swear, when I get my hands on Hojo,
I'll fight tooth and claw for you.
kiss my ass.
Come on! Playtime's over. I'll make mince meat of you. This one's a showstopper. Playtime's over. Pow! Don't stop believing. You mind?
About damn time. opportunity right here. Here it comes. I'm counting
Here
on
goes.
you.
Keep up the
You
pressure,
shouldn't
okay?
have. That's a beauty. This one's a showstopper. Ow! We got him now. Over. Let him.
Guess it's my turn.
Keep
Of course I do. Be ready for it now. Break a leg.
All right. Watch and learn.
Just as a
Let's
as
have
an
a
added
fun.
protection, we're probably fine. But the best summon in the game, Magic Pot. Time for him.
Bring it home, asshole.
I'll fight tooth and claw for you. Fancy a wee game?
Suck on this.
Go on!
Still got some fight left.
That's it!
Sorry.
Guess it's my turn.
Back to good now.
Yeah. Suck joke on it, asshole.
Get him!
Yeah.
I'm coming! Why don't you lead the way?
It's much obliged. To shine.
One more
All
shot!
together. Right where we want them.
All right, let's do it. Giga Magic Mog Box. Let's go.
Goes wild. Make it count now.
All right, that was a fun way to beat the Forgotten Specimen.
I wasn't he built for this kind of thing.
Giga Chad Box,
Excellent
yeah.
work
Hey
dispatching
guys, I
that
hope
scene. Thanks to you.
you're doing
the
good.
manor
This
is a
section
little
inside
more
Dimension was the
meaningful
moment I was done with the side questing and
All well-earned praise
Slag.
aside,
I loved everything
since
about
that
the cloud,
meddlesome test subject
realization
is
to the
finally
rush fight.
out of my hair,
and knowing the
I
slog
have
would
no
replay the
further
game
reason
coming
for
would have been
remaining
painful.
here.
This is rough, but
It's been nothing.
once you're through this is actually this is one of the better chapters. So like from here on out, I feel like this chapter does a good job. The Roche fight's good. I also think the side quests in this game are in this chapter are really good.
Agreed.
Agreed.
We best get going. The terminal's waiting.
But I'm gonna do all side quests together. I'm a reunion clone now. Just chilling with my homies. Right. I just wanted one really bad screenshot. And I succeeded. Oh. And now we're back. Backstreet's back. Oh look, it's the gang. The gang's all here.
Well, well, well. Look who the cat dragged in. Hey there.
So, find that terminal?
Let's just say we got a little sidetracked.
Well, we can but try again. No sense stewing on past mistakes.
Right.
All right. So now let's look at the party. Okay. Do I have a... Can I change that? Why are they all five of them are in my party? Whoa. Okay, I think Kate Sith is mandatory for the Vincent fight. Is that right? Okay. So we're about to get to a good part. So I'm actually going to run some ad breaks and get a snack. I'll be right back. Schrodinger's Baby Seal. I was curious, did you look up ultimate setup guides for brutal and legendary challenges, or did you wing it with trial and error? I had a review copy of this game and beat those challenges before guides were available. I am possibly the first person to beat it, like, first consumer in the world, first non-developer in the world to beat Rulers of the Outworld. Drumjod. So no guides. Okay, so okay, so he is locked into the party. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so here's a cool detail. this shows up. Picture of Lucretia. And that's not there in the intro sequence. So it was maybe, in fact, Vincent that drew it. The door is locked. All right, here it is. Here it is. Oh, the music starts. See, I think this looks great. I think this is a great... Also, here's a good picture of Cloud for it. There's a thumbnail pic.
Pardon me?
And there it is. The Cerberus, having the whole dirge of Cerberus inlay on the... I mean, who made that? You know, like, who went through all the trouble of inlaying the grave like that? And I'll tell you who. Vincent. There he is. Look, the eyes are perfect.
Well.
Oh,
Doesn't
Matthew
matter.
Mercer.
Who are you?
Vincent Valentine. I'm... security.
Okay. Love the theme. Also love, it's not absurd, the level of seriousness that he takes himself. It is instead like a little bit self-aware how silly it is, right? So he's a little bit silly, like it's very clearly meant to come across just a little cringe, you know?
Why are you here? Be brief.
Your terminal.
Keycard.
And him not being able to use, like, this is also, like, this is incredible. Like, it just, like, you got this insane vampire guy come out, really just, and then peak silliness. You've got Kate Sith just crawling on him, and there's no panic, nothing. I like it. I like this a lot.
There.
Oh. You have the authorization at least.
Yeah, he's old.
Great.
Tyler Hebner, welcome in. I love the slight silliness too. Tyler Hebner, one of the best Final Fantasy artists out there. Absolute legend.
Though you're clearly not Murasaki. Explain yourself.
It's a bit of a long story, and we'd love to tell you all about it, but there's something we really need to look up first. Can't go letting our foe win the information war, eh?
Your foe? And who might that be?
I've never said Wutai before. I kind of don't want to. I still think Sephiroth's the right answer, because he is my foe.
A man who many people, myself included, once called a hero. Sephiroth. He's insane, and he's after something so powerful, it could destroy the planet, unless we stop him.
I see. one more sin to atone for. The room is unlocked. Use it as you see fit, Mr. Murasaki.
I love the sass.
Don't
Calling
mind
us
if
Mr.
we
Mr.
do,
Syrup.
I guess.
Um... 10 minutes ago, when I first walked in, I'll have to redo all my materia. That's fine. Let's see what what happens when you say Wutai.
Wutai.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
Damn!
Kidding. A man who many people,
Oh,
myself included,
just
once
says
called a hero.
Sephiroth.
Sephiroth. He's insane, and he's after something so powerful it could destroy the
That's
planet.
fucking such an
Unless we stop him.
unserious answer.
I see. Then I've one more sin to atone for. The room is unlocked. Use it as you see fit, Mr. Murasaki.
Don't mind if we do, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Let's change materia out. Right, okay. Alright, first of all. Yes. Second of all. Oh, and alright, so this is a really good lore part of the game.
There she is! Cloud, my boy! Still got that keycard? Gonna need a bit of time with this. Might I suggest a spot of recon? This thing's an antique, but give me a few more minutes and I'll find what we're after.
Cloud? Hey, Cloud? What's wrong?
So the way this scene plays out is interesting because it forces perspective, perspective shift, but you cannot move forward unless you actually engage in it. It forces you to go forward. So it's sort of a precursor to some of the force movement you see in later in the game, and then obviously earlier in the game. But here we get to S, right? So what does that S stand for? S cells. S tissue, S hair. So that's what, so that's S, right? Blood, tissue, and hair. So he's hearing,
Let's get out of here.
He's hearing specific dialogue from the experimentation on his body. You know? And that's dialogue that's new to Rebirth.
I don't recall giving you permission to go in there.
Oh, it was an honest mistake. We didn't mean any. Ah!
And that Vincent goes as insane.
Don't hurt me, please. I can explain.
As he does over Kate Sith.
Why
Or over
should
going
I?
into that room.
He's trespassing, like you.
Save it. I've had a pretty shit day.
What a coincidence. So have I.
Oh, an emo off. Here we go. This is fucking badass. And the music's good.
You damn freak!
Come on!
Kiss my ass!
This black cat
Give him hell!
Let's do this.
It's on now!
It's on you.
Tooth and claw for you. Feel like taking over.
Yeah, I'll do it. You're up.
I got this.
Here we go. They're in for it now.
Damn it. Pay attention.
All right! Watch and learn. Give him hell!
Need to-
Hell yeah! Bring it.
Dead.
That does it. Feel
Okay.
like taking over.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, we try from this battle.
Bring in the heat!
Oh, it doesn't give you menu options. Okay, shit. Well,
Guess it's my turn up.
Mike,
Suck
come on.
this.
Tooth and claw for you. You mind? Let's consult the dice.
Taking over.
Kiss my ass!
Just ain't your day. Gotcha. Deal with that.
Leave it to me. Your turn now.
All right, watch it learn. Ah! Want some more? Here it comes. You got this.
Let's do it.
All right.
Bang, bang.
Get for that, shall we? For a wee pick-me-up. That came too far. Feel like taking
Yeah, I'll do it.
Go on!
Give them hell.
Hang back. Come on.
Come on!
All right, watch it learn. You got this.
I got this. It's on now. Enough! It's on you.
Leave it to me. Your turn now.
Need my help, do you? Special? You're up.
Taking over. Keep it up. You're done.
All together now. This one's a showstopper. Stand back. Show no
This
mercy.
is now. Don't stop till it's
Watch
done.
this.
Okay, let's do.
Here I come.
He's about to get even burlier.
Gotta be careful.
I'll fight tooth and you like taking over.
Yeah, I'll do it. Never quit. Bring it home. All right, watch it.
Of all the times.
Yeah, I'll do it. Now this is a party.
Damn it! You're not getting away. I won't give up. Gotcha.
Bang, bang.
Need a breather.
All right, watch it learn. Yeah, here it comes. Give 'em hell.
My turn. Pushing it.
Guess it's my turn.
We're okay.
Suck on this.
Damn it.
I'm finished.
I'll finish it.
There we go. Magic elixir doing the Lord's work.
Thanks.
Are you ready for it now?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Hey, take the lead.
Need my help, do you?
Alright. Won't last long. Yeah. Now.
Okay. Bye, Vincent. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to control Vincent. I hope you get full control of the Galleon Beast.
I know your story. Vincent Valentine, former Turk. Stumbled on your file in the company database. There's a reason you're alone in the dark down here. And that reason has something to do with Sephiroth.
It does.
That's none of your business.
I only ask because you might want to come with us. I don't know whether Sephiroth is dead or alive or something in between. But I do know that if I stick with this lot, I'll find out one way or another. Is this how you want your story to end?
Get out. Now.
That'll be our way out then. Now we know where the temple is, let's not bother the man.
Hey, Space Cadet. Come on.
He breathes way more in the English dub than the JP one. It does. You know what? It's not overpowering though. It doesn't feel like an anime grunt type of breath though. At least there's that. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, hello, hi. Hi. Hi, guys. Hi. Hi, everybody. Everybody's doing the stuff. Can't believe we'll be able to control them in R3. Yeah. OG is just dice and slots. Yeah. Kate has new ones. Who does? All sorts of new things happen with Kate Sith in this. Kate Sith is fun to play. I wish you got to play him in a different area. Like, the best place to, like, where you really feel like, oh, Kate Sith's an interesting character is, like, the VR challenges, you know? So, is it time for Bloodborne? Okay, let me get caught up on messages real quick, and then we'll go, we'll keep playing, because we got other shit. Let's see, has, yeah, how's Jeff Keighley doing? I'm just looking at, is he still, yeah, he's still completely dodging. Let's see, posted 3 hours ago and he's getting positively fucking crushed here. Yeah. Yeah. Also, the Materials Ultimania Plus came out in English and officially, and it's far inferior to Shinra Archaeology's cut, but it is what it is, so I'll still probably get it just to have a physical copy of it. But it feels weird. I can't wait for more Rebirth stuff, to be honest. That's what I want. I can't wait for the Rebirth materials, and I really wish they would find a way to release them simultaneously. Kate Sith is an interesting character, though. Like, I think that his characterization is really deep and complex in this, and he's an interesting character to play. You know? It's just that his sequence here that we just played was fucking brutal, man. So, the Galleon Beast fight is one of the best. I remember it being a little harder, but I think that's just I was having growing pains with the fight. But we smashed it in one without really fucking with materia too much. Is he gonna let me go back? No. Okay. Other things too is it's just the other reason why this chapter is kind of frustrating is like it's just puts a giant spotlight on how inferior the vibe of the manor is. Like, I remember seeing this when I walked back and like, oh, the spiral staircase is there, and then you just get here and it's a fucking elevator and you're like, god damn it. Okay, then we got Vincent here.
Think there might be top secret material hidden somewhere here?
That all you ever think about?
Well, excuse me for trying to be helpful.
Guess I'll go back to sleep. Little Edward Scissorhands. See, this frame is great. I love this framing of the Shinra Manor. I would go to this house. I would live in this house. I would live in the Shinra Manor. But there's just not enough space here. I mean, this feels like a big room and big building, and it feels like from the surface, right? But I would love to be able to fight here. You know, I would like to be fighting dorky faces. Here. And the missing number. Look at this sweet ass picture of the Nibel Mountains. That bridge. I bet this is Nibelheim concept art. That they're like, well, oh, that'd be a good painting.
Okay, next stop, the temple. Hear that, black materia? I'm coming for you. Oh man.
Yeah,
my
the
rep's
manor
gonna
was
go
just
through the roof.
completely better
Well,
vibe in the
It
OG.
ain't like it could go down.
But there are good things about this chapter, and
it's all
the Murasaki mission with
Where
Yuffie
is
is
it?
good. And then I think everything from Vincent on is good.
That?
What's the matter? You ain't been bluffing this whole time, have you?
No, that's not it. We could go there right now if you really wanted. But before that, would you mind a quick trip to the saucer?
What? Why would we want to go there?
To even set foot inside the temple, we'll need to get our hands on a relic called the Keystone. Trouble is, it's been missing for nigh on 20 years. So, any guesses as to where it was last seen?
The gold saucer.
I know, it's a stretch, no denying that. But it's the only lead I've got.
Then let's follow it. We trust you.
If only
You do?
Sephiroth looked upstairs, he would have
Thank
saw
you.
a giant ass picture of his mother, lol. Dude. Fuck, don't get me started on that. That's probably why it's there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, if we got her. Once we're good, let's get a move on.
Right.
All right. So this is a really good part. This is kind of a triple boss gauntlet, but I like boss gauntlets sometimes. Let's see.
What's this?
Relnica.
So late to the party, my friend!
SC. Special copy.
Our long-awaited reunion.
I'm not going with you, so back off.
You misunderstand. I'm defying my boss to be here, because I've got a hunger that cannot be denied.
Seeing Sephiroth in him is interesting, but it probably has very much to do with what has been done to him. But you're still getting... See, I'm defying my boss. So this is still like Roche's defiance you know, his own free will, and so it makes it more tragic.
Cloud, bring me the black materia.
But Sephiroth being able to operate, you know, more succinctly because of what was done to Roche is very interesting.
Has driven me on.
And you see him genuinely worried about him too.
Get for redlining the old engine. All right, my friend, it's the final lap. So let's con it one last time.
He's mine.
It's so bittersweet. Cloud's like admiration for him is it's sort of mutual, and I do like that.
Feel my
Come on.
Engine roars.
Let's do this. Shit. I wanna.
Tell me you don't know. Don't get too wild.
Let's go.
Shall I keep this grand? No holding back.
Ooh.
Not looking good. Bring it. All good. Come on. Let go. Won't last long.
This version of the theme too is so good.
That all you got?
Did you see the last about Masamune? Yeah, we covered that. It's okay. It's you know, we're obviously there's more to the story. Like, he doesn't have Masamune yet.
You're gonna feel this. Whatever.
Open up.
Gotcha. Here it comes.
What's more? Come on, girl.
Not looking right.
Engine roars.
I won't give up.
Feel my fire.
Come on.
Not so fast.
Damn it.
Tell me you don't love it. I
All
only
good.
have eyes for you. I want to hear you scream.
Not looking good.
Now engine roars. Fire rages.
So much for
Getting that second soul cleave, the sinister slash. That's good. There's a couple ways you can cheese this fight, but I'm not feeling like doing that. Plus, it's fun. This is a fun fight. I wish you could do this in the simulator.
Enough.
That stinks.
Just in case. Here we go.
How the fire
Let's do
rages.
Gotta be careful now. Try this. Right.
This'll leave a mark.
I won't give up.
Ooh, we got 2 in a row. All right.
This is game over, huh?
Yeah, it is game over. Do you know what would have made this fight perfect? Having Cloud fading in and out of Sephiroth vision interweaving the Sephiroth theme? Yeah, that would have been good. I do like the theme though, as it is. Sleep Easy. Like I like it's his music. Oh yeah. I can totally sit on this fucking bench first.
No holding back.
How the fire rages!
Let's do this.
Feel my burning passion!
Not looking good. All good.
That stings.
Here we go.
No holding back.
It's on now.
Wonderful gift you've given to me! Oh, that's the stuff! Wonderful gift
Get
you've
ready.
given to me! How the fire
Let's do this.
Feel my burning.
Don't get too wild.
Ready?
Won't last long. All right. I won't give up. Let's do this. Get ready. No, let's get this over with. Here we go.
There's a phase to the fight, I'm pretty sure.
No.
No holding back.
Gotta be careful. Right. Damn it. I won't give up. You're not getting away.
What a wonderful...
Oh yeah.
You okay?
I won't have your pity. This is a race, remember? Come on, Cloud. We're on the home stretch!
Try this. You're mine. This won't take long. Shit. Back to the planet.
So this part, I think,
The degradation.
really,
My friend.
really critical to what's going on in the background. Look at the way specific. First of all, okay, why they all just have a suit, like him just coming up with a suit. That's, I don't love that.
Black materia.
I like the symbolism, but
Dream on! That materia's mine!
I would have rather have just seen him with a black robe
There's
later.
no escaping the degradation.
But this part's really important.
That
Listen to
won't
what they say.
happen to you. Don't worry.
That won't happen to you. Don't worry. Yeah, she's right.
She's right. You're gonna be just fine.
Come on. The gilded saucer awaits. And the keystone.
Yeah.
Aerith initiates that. That won't happen to you. And then here we have this. So this is not the interlude. We are in Midgar in the Beagleverse. There's Oates. And here we go.
Look.
There he is. Glenathan.
Supporters of the Shinra Resistance Committee.
The SRC.
My name is Glenn Lodbrock, a representative of Wutai's interim government. The hour is upon us, when we must rise up to confront tyranny. Mere days ago, Junon's cannon rang out. A message, a declaration by Shinra's new president that he, like his father before him, would rule by fear. What's more, we recently learned that he had sanctioned the development of living weapons grown within the Mako reactors that provide power to your homes. Alarmed, we decided to seek answers, and in accordance with the ceasefire treaty, our government sent officials to investigate.
Okay, so here's what they're saying is happening. In Rebirth, in the 7R, the order of events is a little adjusted for new lore, right? So when he's talking about weapons inside the reactors, he's talking about soldier. Okay? And Wutai should theoretically have information about this. And so should Avalanche, right? Because Avalanche did this in Before Crisis. So I wonder if the Raven ideology and the whole concept behind Raven, also Glenn is a former weapon built inside of a reactor, you know? So they sent a team to Nibelheim to investigate these weapons. But what they might be saying is that it's the weapons, you know, which were, you know, developed by the planet. He might be trying to spin that as something that Shinra developed. I don't think that's the case. I think what he's saying is that soldier is the weapon. So he, being a former soldier, already knows this. You know, so this is a fabricated excuse based on the cannon fire, which was just a show of force, to send that group of Wutai soldiers to the Nibelheim reactor that killed Murasaki, etc.
Shinra promised their full cooperation. But when our inspectors duly arrived, they were mercilessly slaughtered. The footage you are about to see was taken from inside one of the reactors. This is what Rufus Shinra calls a ceasefire.
So now what we're getting is this variant of events provided by Glenn, which says that these guys, oh, thank you so much. Future Sequence for the subscription. Appreciate that. So what these guys are saying is that, or what Glenn is saying is that this is another false flag situation where we were actually told that we were allowed to come and investigate this, and then we were mercilessly slaughtered. And here's the footage that we're showing you, right? And we actually don't know which of these things is real, because Heidegger only said that that Wu Tai has attacked a team of investigators in Nibelheim, right? So we don't know who's in charge, who's doing what totally, but we know that Rufus is engaged in double agentry. We know that there's a double agent in Glenn, and that Sephiroth's involved, and that world conflict is, obviously, like, the War of the Beasts is happening here, right? So it's like Loveless on its whole getting to apply to all of Final Fantasy VII's story. Like a reflection of it was in Crisis Core. Like, Crisis Core was like the echo, or like the foreshadowing, of what the full Loveless experience is. But this is Loveless, right? This is the full Loveless. This is the War of the Beasts here.
Friends, we do not have our enemy's military might. Nevertheless, a righteous fury burns in each of our hearts. A fire that we may carry to Midgar. And there, together, put the city of Mako and misery to the torch.
So burn Midgar.
This is our answer, Rufus Shinra. We are ready to
Also,
march.
unique piece of music for this. So we're going to hear this music a lot in part 3.
Wu Tai's commander, Viceroy Saru.
And then nothing. This was weird to do it this way. I don't necessarily like this as a bit of subterfuge. No Viceroy Saruf.
Who exactly is this Saruf? The Invisible Man?
He's frustrated because he knows that...
Regrettably, we have no intelligence to present at this time.
He knows he's
You
Rufus.
clearly aren't
He knows
looking
he's
hard
Saruf.
enough. Look harder.
Ma'am.
What about that Glenn... what's his name?
Glenn
What are you
Lockrock,
allowed to
ma'am.
say? He looks at... So Sung looks at Rufus first. And Rufus nods. You're allowed to say who it is.
Ex-soldier, P0 class, a prototype. 15 years ago, he was sent to Rador on a geological survey, which ended in failure and led to his defection.
A spineless deserter nursing a grudge, then.
Subsequently, Lodbrok took to the road, seeking to forge connections with others who shared his anti-Shinra sentiments.
If you mean Avalanche, they're dead and buried.
I'm afraid I do not, sir. The fall of the Republic triggered a spate of uprisings.
Okay, I do not mean Avalanche, right? So there's all these different branches of resistance popping up, not just like in every city, but there is a group of resistance people that Zangan is sort of part of too. And that's a real weird seemingly throwaway line in Traces of Two Paths in the Tifa segment. But it does feel like there's these other organizations that are all going to kind of coalesce
in the surrounding regions. We suspect the SRC is largely comprised of forces who were defeated during the unrest.
Well, who could blame them? They fought against the Republic in the name of freedom. But when the smoke finally cleared, they found themselves under the heel of a new oppressor.
Palmer straight up spitting facts here. He's like, yeah, this is what you'd expect to happen.
Why, I'd be more surprised if they didn't hate us.
Is it an annoying and inconvenient truth?
Pity about Saruf. Would be good to put a face to the name.
Oop, Reeve suspects him. And then here's this group just chilling. Just chilling.
The Ancient is en route to the temple as we speak. Pursuing her is our top priority. She will guide us to the Promised Land. One way or another.
Regarding the speech, sir, many will interpret it as a declaration of war. And given that it was a worldwide broadcast, it would be prudent to issue a response.
Nah.
I intend to make a statement. Sung, if you would.
Sir.
Make 'em bloom. Yep, just a bunch of fellas. Rufus and Reeve at odds. Reeve was hoping be a little bit different with Rufus.
So, how exactly are we supposed to get back to the saucer?
With all the mountains and valleys in between, definitely not on foot. It's just way too far. Thoughts, Kate Sif?
Hey, Cat! Thoughts?
Huh? Well, you see...
Look, smoke.
You're stuck on hard at Rufus?
Maybe
Origami?
someone's trying to call for Sid?
I probably won't get to him till
If so,
tomorrow.
let's hitch a ride.
Breaking news at this hour.
Okay, here we got news.
Breaking news at this hour. In response to last night's illegal broadcast by the SRC, President Rufus Shinra held an emergency press conference this morning. In it, the president denounced the SRC's claims as baseless propaganda and dismissed their alleged Mako reactor footage as a digital fabrication. The company has launched an investigation into the individual who delivered the address, as well as the nature of the organization he claims to represent.
There's nothing here.
Breaking news at this hour. President Rufus... Breaking news at this hour. In response to last night's illegal broadcast by the SRC, President Rufus Shinra held an emergency as well as the nature of the organization he claims to represent.
Slowly now. Breathe in. And out.
You must be in so much pain.
Okay, and with this, it's been a good stream. I'm going to... Are MMOs for free? For me? I don't know, man. I don't like to teamwork with people? Then probably not, man. I don't think so. Just skip 11 and 14 if you don't want to do MMOs. It's perfectly fine. You need to walk the pup. See, it is good timing. I love it. I love it. I love that shit. That's good to hear. So with that, I will call it. Thank you so much for being here. And, you know, feel free to like, subscribe, all the video and everything. This is really, it's been a good week and already. And yesterday was a good week. So I'm going to continue to make this level of content for a good while. So I'll see you tomorrow early, like 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.